Hey guys, decided to do a quick hangout. So far, no one's in here at the moment. Not really much of anything. This ain't a planned show otherwise. Whoops, hang on a second. Just hurt myself. Alright. Anyways, sorry about that. Yeah. So, right now, kind of just trying to see how this turns out. Because mostly doing this because I not stand trying to do Antonio's Hangout anymore, and I don't see any other Hangouts that was open. So I'm kind of at a loss for what to do right now. But yeah, if y'all want to know what the whole thing was, you can check out the other video. It's gonna stay up there and pretty much is gonna do its own thing. Anyways, so yeah, if y'all just want to chat in the live chat, feel free to do so. I ain't stopping you. If you want the link, just ask me, But until someone shows up, I'm just gonna be chillaxing at this point. Still at a loss for words, though. That's about it. All I can really say at this point, because honestly, I saw Antonio as a friend, as a brother in Christ, and to be kicked out of a hangout just for simply trying to witness to somebody kind of makes me feel like I've been stabbed in the back. So, kind of going through things a little bit of I may be a bit emotional at this point, but I'm just shocked, is all I can really say at this point. Anyways, so yeah, just if y'all want the leak, join in. Matter of fact, I don't even care tonight. So just there's the Hangout link there. If you're someone I'm not used to, well, then you get kicked out at this point because I don't really care at this point. All right. And welcome to the live chat, Robert Ball. Nice to see you, and grace and peace from God unto you as well. Let's see, maybe there's any invites. No. Nothing. All right. Might have Thaddeus join us later, but so again, if anyone wants to join in, participate, more than welcome. In fact, because I see you, Robert, I'm just gonna. Wait, did I already send that? Yeah, that was a while back, actually. So, yeah, here's a new one. Seriously, no need to be shy, people. If y'all want to make something happen, just feel free to join in on the conversation. Ask me for the link, and I'll get you in. Or if you're watching, you already have the link right there. You can just click on it. And there's Thaddeus. There you go. All right. Welcome aboard, Thaddeus.
Welcome aboard. What kind of ship's this?
Yeah. Honestly, don't know at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're not one to usually run a hangout without a topic.
Yeah, well, I just figured why not.
Mm.
You're right. I would normally have like a topic on me, but this just.
I guess you have enough of a following to do so. Is there anybody in the live chat or whatnot? I don't have your YouTube thing open, so I don't know.
We had Robert comment earlier, but I don't know if he's. Oh, you need to check again because I have to switch. Yeah, nothing updated yet. And what's up, Frank?
Is healing a direction? A 2-letter word?
Ah, great.
How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm just now got even more depressed. Got the guy was supposed to have for the podcast just messaged me.
Oh,
when that was about an hour ago. So if I had seen that, all right. Yeah, while I reply to that, yeah, I'm just doing this Hangouts because I'm bored and decided to make a policy of not going back in Antonio's.
Yes, I saw that short video.
Yeah.
I guess I agree. I've only seen, bits and pieces of his Hangouts because they're related to DD and stuff. So, I don't know.
Why? Who couldn't do the thing with you exactly? Was there like some sort of podcast planned already at the time?
There was a thing mentioned. Yeah, there was a podcast set up with this guy named Genesius Wolf, who is some Catholic furry YouTuber.
Catholic
Yes, apparently they exist.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so but we were going to have a discussion on his channel as well as Catholicism versus Protestant issues, and I messed up. I had to actually take care of some things with my nephew, and I ended up forgetting to message and say, it may take a while. So when I get home trying to wait for him, I can't get in touch with him. And then messages me and says that I had to, do some stuff. But yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, and what's up, G Conscience?
What's going on? Peace to you. How you doing?
Doing good.
No, I had seen you made your video about Antonio and
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I seen that you made your video, and I was. Yeah, man. Yeah.
It is what it is.
I know what. I said the other day, yesterday I got an hangout with Antonio, and all wanted to see he was in.
You're roboting out a lot.
Yeah, you're breaking up.
And that guy, man, he conversation. He makes a whole conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe having technical problems on G's end.
Yeah.
Because he was breaking up a bit earlier, but hopefully that might be fixed. But yeah,
Maybe.
I mean, Antonio, I thought of as a good friend, and had respect for, but at this point, if me simply just mentioning a view that's been well known already in the community, even by him, just because I bring that up while I'm trying to witness to somebody and just kick me out during that, then I think that's a problem, in my opinion. I mean, if someone starts, I mean, I got friends who are young Earth creationists. If they start talking about the young Earth, I'm not going to interrupt them on that issue because that might be a side issue that they're bringing up, but they're going to bring up issues concerning salvation and all that kind of stuff. They're going to present the gospel, not focus on presuppositionalism or young Earth creationism. They're going to focus on the general gospel message that all believers, regardless of small beliefs, affirm. And I thought we had that consensus, but apparently I was mistaken. I thought Carlos and Antonio were my friends. I guess not.
Oh, yeah.
You want to talk about it? Like,
I want to. I mean, honestly, I don't mind at this
well,
point.
I'm like, you don't want to, you said?
I don't mind or care. If y'all want to, that's cool. Y'all all want to, that's cool. I really just don't care.
I think you need to stop viewing half of these people in the community as friends. I mean, there's a reason why I just look at it as entertainment. Because some of these people just can turn on you at the flick of a dime. I mean, it is the internet. Very few people here you can actually trust. But that's with any kind of community, really.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That are more accepting than others, I will say that. But you're already on something. Like, for crying out loud, it's a great debate community for a reason. You think people aren't going to react hostile to you or turn against you for different beliefs when that's kind of the whole point of this community is discussing beliefs?
I don't know if the great debate community is inherently hostile. It's actually inherently cooperative. But you can't have a debate unless you're willing to cooperate to have a certain degree of middle ground. It's precisely because these people aren't being cooperative that it's so insulting.
Well, I use debate in very loose terms. I mean, it's just called that, but I barely see any debates going on. It's mostly arguments and then echo chambers, and arguments and then echo chambers. It's not really a debate.
Well, there's lots of every once in a while you have really nice, philosophical and theological conversations that go on. Not like formal debate, but discourse. Informal kinds of stuff. Like me and Jimmy Steffens have had, I mean, it's been a while, but like 2 good conversations. A lot of this stuff has moved over to Facebook, if you guys have noticed that. But
I have not.
Like a lot of the more cordial people. Now that I've said that might make an influx in Facebook and make people come back to G+.
Well, I was trying to get G-Man to unblock me, and it didn't really quite work. I tried leaving a comment on his YouTube channel. I thought at least I was unblocked from him from YouTube, but it doesn't even show up on his YouTube comment section. So it's weird. It has like that appearance of like you're not blocked, but actually you are.
Mm-hmm.
It's really weird how that works. But
the first
and that's the other thing. I think even in certain circumstances, G-Man would allow me to speak. Even regarding my evolution. Even if I mention a comment about my evolution views, he may make a comment, like a little joking comment, because me and him disagree on things, and we kind of have that playful banter about each other. But he'd at least allow me to finish. He wouldn't just kick me out of the Hangout as soon as I mention it.
Well, don't ever try to rebrand yourself or anything. Otherwise, apparently that's like lying.
Mhm. Yeah.
It's like I was done with the other YouTube channel. It's like I don't want it anymore. Start coming in. It's just like my normal Google Plus account, and then you find out the two are together. It's like, oh, you created the entire YouTube channel like just to lie to me. It's like, no, I had it for a podcast, edited videos. Like, did you even watch my channel? It wasn't all about you.
Yeah.
It's like I didn't want to do it anymore. So it's like, yeah, I'm way too. I have too many things I'm focusing on. I want to be able to make music and all that stuff. So I can't do it all. Got rid of it, and apparently he kind of wanted me to just. It's like he wanted me to stay Keefe's for the rest of my life. It's like, no. Keefe's was a persona I came up with for my other YouTube channel to be in the first place. It's not like that's the real me. It's not like I'm the sock. No, it's the opposite. Like the way he talks about everything, he treats it as if like Keefe's is the real identity. I'm pretending to be Thaddeus.
Mm-hmm.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah, I'm trying to wait till I get past this little state line in Illinois and going into. We're going.
Yeah, I know what you're dealing with.
Yeah, I got a bad little signal in this area, so I got like about a minute or two before I come into a good area. But I definitely think that they pretty loose with that button over there, that eject button.
Yeah.
Their hand is real loose on that button. I disagree. You know, I don't kick anybody out, even though I know that there's certain different viewpoints. But I'm actually interested in to know how did you come to that viewpoint, you know, of evolution, and where is that in the Bible for us? Like the process of evolution is from what is it, from fish, amphibian, reptiles, and mammal.
Mm-hmm. So concerning just the creatures or the human evolution, because if you're asking for human evolution, that specific one I don't hold to anymore.
We're talking about General Han Solo's view?
No, we're talking about Christian Anarchist's view.
Oh. You mentioned sound. Like I listened to part of General Han Solo's debate and it just sounded similar.
Well,
Right.
I mean,
So you don't hold to you just hold to that only deals with that part of evolution only deals with the animals and not human.
Correct. Yes.
What
Okay,
exactly
is that-
makes you make that distinction? Like it's like you can't accept one. I mean, I used to hold that view too.
To me, it would be the distinction is made when I see not just the early church history, but also in the way about the Bible as well. And that's just my personal conviction after reading the text. Now, like I mentioned before in the past, I did used to hold to the idea that, you know, humans could have evolved from animals in the process, that, you know, humans are a form of in the primate family. And to me, I get that from one, the idea that, you know, concerning Genesis 1 at least, it is constructed as a sort of poetic language. Well, yet when we get to Genesis 2, that then, though, gets described, though, as a historical account almost. So that's where I think the other thing kind of convinced me to switch the positions on theistic evolution that I've taken now, is because even though if Genesis 1 is the poetic view, then if Genesis 2 is the sort of historical account, then what happens at that point? So, but I think even with regards to that, we see if sort of focusing on one particular group of people. So I think with some people like Wayne and General Han Solo, their view can be something that is able to be understood, and I understand where they're coming from. And I think we don't have to necessarily disagree too much. I think we can, of course, you know, I hold to this view, you hold to this view, but, you know, just like, well, I'm a Baptist and you're a Methodist, we can still fellowship in the same kind of, we can still identify as Christians, and we can go to Christian concerts or Christian big Christian fellowship events where there's a mingling of the different denominations. Doesn't have to be specifically this sort of separation of people at this point. So,
Right.
How
Yeah, but
about the
I disagree. I disagree with how General how he makes his stance, and he's so much he's always against the Christians and so much with the atheists. You know, that's that you shouldn't do that. You know, like that
well
within
hang
itself is
well hang on. If the group that
like
you're trying to be with is if the group you're trying to be with is if you feel that the group, I'm not going to get into who's right, who's wrong here, but just take it from his perspective. Just pretend you guys are all right and he's all wrong. If you feel that your in group that you're supposed to be for is being very dishonest, is lying, is telling a whole bunch of things that just aren't true, and meanwhile the group that is supposed to be the enemy or whatever, they seem like the more reasonable ones. Doesn't it kind of make sense why he hangs up with those people?
no, it doesn't make sense, especially when they're doing the things
Oh,
that
so
they're
he's
doing
supposed to stick
for
up
us.
for the liars and all those people, right? And
well,
the
well,
Right.
dishonest
well,
people.
well,
Wait. You
well, hold
cut
on a
me
second.
off. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
It doesn't you shouldn't hang with nobody that sits there and makes every year they have this who's the dumbest jack whatever of the year and silly,
Uh-huh.
and then also ridicule people and talk down on people. You shouldn't do that. Bottom line
I
is being
agree
a
completely.
Christian.
Here's where I kind of disagree on the matter. Because if you know me, you know that sometimes I'm in those hangouts with people. In fact, sometimes I'm in the hangout that Red's rhetoric holds. In fact, me and him occasionally are good friends, and I'll even throw him an invite to Ask Christian Anarchist, and he'll pop in to ask a question because he has genuine questions that he sometimes does think about. Um, while I can say, um, you know, the, you know, I don't agree with the way they do things, and honestly, I don't expect them to change immediately if I'm just in there, and I can't expect them to accommodate to um, my standards, and I can't expect the same thing even if I go into another Christian's hangout. I can't expect Antonio to accommodate to my understanding of trying to witness to somebody, or likewise. But at the same time, I can also try to be respectful and show other people how to behave, how to dialogue, how to come across things. Because who knows, maybe people like General could be in there, and he could convince them not to do this sort of thing, even though that honestly for him I don't know that might happen though, because the thing that you see him mocking most of usually is the people that try to say Islam is a religion of peace. Like, well, you think General Han Solo is like this very somewhat liberal guy concerning theistic evolution and this scholarly material on Mike Kaiser and all that stuff. He's actually very, very like Sam Shimon, David Wood type of conservative towards Islam. Um, like he posts videos from Osama Daktak on his channel and basically makes fun of like Hillary Clinton and these other YouTube Muslims for certain statements that they make. Um, so and recently he had a video where he was interacting with a social justice warrior, Brenda von Hassan,
Oh yeah.
and basically and I remember you were there, Thaddeus, where General actually, has studied this issue. He has several Qurans, if I'm from my understanding, and even has been in Hangout or what is it, Pal Talk calls with Sam Shimon himself, the guy who founded the Answering Islam website, and the guy who's been on David Wood's old television program. So General has had a lot of experience within this, and he's mainly on the side of, where these people are at. But my point that I guess I'm trying to get at is that you can be in a hangout with some people who you would consider the mockers, just like I am sometimes in those. And my goal, at least mine, is to show a behavior and an attitude that they can look up to as a fair model. In other words, if I disagree with somebody, or if I find someone to be, ridiculous, I don't have to mock them or make fun of them in some award thing or something. I just let their actions speak for themselves. If you really have that much of a deal, I mean, so I don't know. That's all I'm trying to say is, just let your fruit shine, let the light shine in you of what Christ is able to work with. If you don't want to work with these people or be in the room with them, that's cool. If that does cause a possibility of you going into sinning or being a stumbling block at that point, I don't want that to be the stumbling block for you. But for some
Right.
people like General and myself, we're able to do this, and we've trained ourselves mentally to not give into the peer pressure that some of these people get into. In fact, I remember General Han Solo when he said that Halarius Zulu was in a cult because Halarius is a Seventh-day Adventist. Steve tried to shut him down on that and said, "No, we don't need to talk about that." And he's like, "No, I disagree." But General, he was
Right,
like,
but that's cool though, Christian anarchist, and you making it along. But bottom line is,
"I
do
know,
what the words say. I sit
right,
there the whole time. Watch this dude always speak on what the Christians are doing.
uh-huh."
You still there?
I don't know if he's still there. Either way, it's like you don't have to stand up for your in-group all the time if they're doing wrong things or stupid things.
Doesn't the Bible isn't a lot of what Paul says about judging the in group, right?
And tell these guys, you guys need to be held accountable for your actions, and you shouldn't be in here acting like this.
Right,
So
but
bottom line is that, man, whatever excuse that you want to make, he still should not be doing that, and that's just it.
I think he should be pointing out if his in-group is doing what he feels is wrong or is being dishonest.
Mhm.
You should scrutinize, you should be able to scrutinize not just people outside of your group, but people that are in your group as
I
well.
just did it yesterday. I told Antonio Fletcher, I said, y'all acting a mess in here. DD clowning, Darwin's devil or deity, whatever his name is.
ooh,
He too old to be doing what he doing, and they some clowns for that. And I just told them that yesterday. So people need to be held accountable for their actions, whether if they Christians or atheists. Bottom line, and I'm
Oh,
not
yeah.
making any excuses for it. Either
Right.
Yeah.
you gotta be held to some type of standard if you're atheist,
Mhm.
or if you're a Christian, held to the standard of the Bible. So there
Right.
is no excuse when every time this guy sits in there, he what's the guy's name? General. He sits in there. He always have something to say about the what the Christians is doing, about their actions, but then sit there the whole time and never talk to these guys about their actions. So I had to tell Hogtie and say, Hogtie, you got to start dealing with these people and their actions, as well as
Well,
Steve and all of these guys.
well, that's the reason.
Maybe
That's the
General hasn't
hold on,
gotten to that yet.
Well, hold on. Well, that's the reason why I mentioned, like I said, concerning General, he's calm on most things, but concerning the issue of when people start mocking things, he's been in a group where these people are used to mocking people, and they don't just go on atheists. Like I said, he's very good friends with Sam Shimon.
Right. Well,
And
don't
if you
speak on
know,
the
and if you
Christians
know,
then. Don't have anything to say about the Christians then. Keep your mouth closed if you're not going to talk to the other party either. Because I'm
well, I'm
talking
just,
to both of them openly.
mhm. And if you can do that, then good. I mean, stick to what you're doing. But concerning General, he's got his way of going about doing things. So
The question is whether or not his
He's
way.
doing it right. He's doing it wrong, and he's not doing righteous judgment. He's doing it partially, and is not doing the scriptures. And I see it. I can get 20 or 30 more Christians that don't even know him, and they see it. So I'm just coming into the community, and so I'm stopping it and saying, "Hold on, I see it. I just got in here. I ain't known you guys for that long, but I know good. I got good enough to sense. I'm 35 years old to see when somebody is not doing righteous judgment, but partially judging and always speaking on the Christians, and that's it. So, bottom line, that dude needs to stop doing that and needs to grow some type of spine or backbone and you know, Hog Tie and all of us, we getting together and we're trying to stop those things so each party can stop doing what they're doing because it's just ridiculous. You can't hold a good
Well,
conversation without somebody doing the things that they're doing to other people. That's
Right,
just
right.
ridiculous.
I'm
I'm actually completely
the
wrong.
problem is,
Fortunately, I don't have a backbone, so
Wait, hold on. Just want to say this real quick. So I'm just going to end the live broadcast, but if y'all still want to come in, you know, the link's still out there, so feel free to jump in. We'll just continue this off air. I'll be going to bed in a few, but like I said, feel free to still use this as a chance to have a conversation. So see y'all in a few if y'all wish to join us.